one by one, to the sound of muffled applause from a select audience. The 7 men and 1 woman who want to lead Kenya for the next 5 years walked onto a wide stage in a private school near Nairobi's National Park, ready to make history in the country's first televised debate. The debate mainly focused on Kenya's economy, the social sector, security, and ethnicity. But when a question was raised on how each of the candidates would handle the issue of Mijingo, the contentious rocky island in the middle of Lake Victoria, all said the half-acre piece of land belonged to Kenya. But it was the little-known Safina's party's Paul Mwite who ruffled feathers with his hardline approach.
I certainly would deploy the Navy. Uganda fortunately doesn't have a Navy. I'll take it there. Then we negotiate. After I've told the Ugandans who occupied wrongfully to go back, then the survey work can continue.
Our country must be safeguarded. Not a single inch. Despite the fact that we must practice good neighborhoodness with our countries, not a single inch of Kenya should be inched out to any person.
Mijingo is in Kenya. However, the truth of the matter is that there exist disputes as a result of not having clear maps that have been registered at the UN.
Well, Mijingo, as the others have said, is in Kenya. Uganda is a friendly neighbor, and it's actually inconceivable that 2 countries could go to war over a piece of rock on the lake. We are trying to resolve this matter peacefully.
Kampala has responded with caution. Foreign Affairs Minister Sam Kutesa calls for patience to give the surveyors from each side time to redemarcate the 2 countries' boundaries.
Mijingo is not a hot issue anymore because we agreed with the Kenyans that it is not a matter of peace, of war. It is a matter of surveying.
Even then, members of parliament took a different tone, urging the Kenyan presidential candidates to refrain from politicizing the issue to win votes at the expense of East African community comradeship.
Mijingo is such a small part of the region. It's not the integral part. So we should be very careful when we are commenting about it. We should be very careful when we are speaking about it. And for me, I consider that just campaign language.
It's a resource conflict about the Kenyans and Ugandans about who owns the fish. Then what is called the free movement of goods and services and people.
I want to assure Ugandans that the police of Uganda has extremely excelled in as far as maintaining law and order in Mijingo Island is concerned.
Today, over 1,000 people inhabit Mijingo Island, with about 80% of them Kenyan, which is partly explained by the fact that Mijingo is nearer to the Kenyan hinterland than to either Uganda or Tanzania. The island is said to be rich in fish, and this seems to be at the center of the boundary row. Bushra Namirimu, Tiaba Abubakar Setumba, NBS Television.